Hi, my name is Ben Owens. In this video, I'm going to share some of my experiences and some practical advice for someone who wants to try the flipped classroom for the first time. In the spring of 2013, I was thinking about using a flipped classroom technique in my college algebra class. College algebra is a course that has traditionally had a very high DFW rate, that is D's and F's and withdraws, and my classes were no exception. It bothered me that so many students were not successful in the course, so I wanted to try something new. But just thinking about all that a flipped classroom model would require was overwhelming. I liked the idea of a flipped classroom, but how would I make or find all these videos for my students to watch outside of class? And if I wasn't planning on teaching during class, what would I have my students do in class? These fears and many others led me to dismiss the flipped classroom before even trying it out. I think many teachers feel this way when it comes to trying something new. If it ain't broke, then don't fix it, is the attitude that keeps many teachers from exploring new teaching techniques. And rightly so. But in my case, unfortunately, it was broke, and I desperately wanted to find ways to try and fix it. So, I attended a seminar led by Julie Schnell, and she gave this simple piece of advice that changed my attitude towards the flipped classroom venture. Start small, she said. In fact, start with just one lesson. You don't need to completely overhaul your way of teaching to try something new. Find a topic that you feel like would work well for a flipped classroom technique and try it out. In my case, I decided to use polynomial functions as the topic for my first flipped classroom venture. I chose this topic for several reasons. First, it requires quite a bit of graphing, which is more accurately done with a computer than by hand. Also, this topic is nuanced in a way that I believe a video lecture that students can stop and rewind and rewatch if needed is very helpful. Finally, this particular topic was one that I didn't really like lecturing over from scratch. So I put together a lecture video using PowerPoint that covered all the examples and more that I would typically do in a 50-minute class. To my surprise, the lecture video was only about 30 minutes long. Somehow, in the video lecture, I was able to pack more content and commentary than I would in a typical class in half the time. When you don't have to stop and start and re-explain and clarify, 60 minutes worth of lecture can typically be covered in about 15 to 20 minutes. When teaching a topic that is nuanced, like polynomial functions, the more examples the students can see in class, the better. Using the flipped classroom technique allowed me to have an activity in class where students were able to see and work lots and lots of examples. This was my first flipped classroom experience, and it was a huge success. So, if you're thinking about trying the flipped classroom, 1. Start small. 1 lesson. See how it works. 2. Choose a topic that you think would be better presented online, or that you're tired of lecturing over. In the following videos, I will discuss various ways of making a video for your class, and various options for in-class activities. So what topics do you teach that you think would do well for a flipped classroom? Are there any topics that you're tired of lecturing over? Then try the flipped classroom. Good luck, and thanks for watching.